Hi, it's Jon Mitchell, and this is another installment of the Mayor's Weekly Update. So the big news this week, of course, was the presidential inauguration in Washington, a big week, of course, that happens every 4 years. And we look forward to working with the new administration on the things that they connect to, the federal government connects to here in New Bedford, ranging from healthcare to fishing issues to offshore wind and so many other things. But my job as mayor is to focus on the city's interests, however narrow, however broad, on a daily basis. And one of the things that I want to talk about this week is our efforts to maintain our own stuff. So the city is made up of a pretty vast built environment, all several hundred miles of roads, 96 buildings, parks, cemeteries, so many other things that the city has invested in over time. But the reality has been in recent years that things haven't been kept up as well as they should. So in my administration, we've made a concerted effort to put money into maintaining those things that we have. So that's this very building itself, the City Hall, whose facade was crumbling just a few years ago when I got into office, and we've been able to restore this building to a look and a condition that is becoming of the seat of government here. But the same approach applies to everything else we do. We've taken a systematic approach to taking care of the built environment in the city through a capital improvement program that now is in its fourth year. And the city borrows about $4.5 to $5 million every year by the issuing bonds to take care of its physical plant. And so this year we're announcing our CIP, as it's called, in the same vein that we have in years past, where we are working very hard to take care of the basics. As boring as that people might interpret this to be, these efforts to be, they don't make for good sound bites. It's so important for the city just to bear responsibility for what taxpayers invested in. That includes roofs and HVAC systems and sidewalks and everything else, because if a city ignores those things, things start to deteriorate generally. So this year we're announcing our CIP, which includes a new component, the road repair component that we talked about last week, but it also includes the repairs to numerous buildings around the city. And we're seeing the signs that these buildings are coming back to life. City Hall is a great example of that, both inside and out, but there are so many other buildings as well. If you've seen some of the work that we've done on schools, to some of the largest elementary schools to restore their windows, that's been a big part of it. It's things like work on the beaches and in parks and in some of the municipal buildings whose uses aren't obvious to the public but are very important, like over on Hillman Street, the vast complex that houses many city agencies. It's sort of a satellite of City Hall over there. We're taking care of our stuff because that's exactly what the public expects of us, and that's what we're delivering in a very transparent way, in a way that taxpayers can afford, and in a way that, frankly, we have a moral obligation to deliver on. So, we're going to be doing that announcement this week, but I just wanted people to know that, as an elected official, sometimes don't get into matters like that because they don't make, again, for great headlines, but it is so important. It's the responsible way to go about government, and that's the way we do it here in the city of New Bedford. Until next week, this has been the Mayor's Weekly Update. I hope you enjoy your weekend.